Hello, and welcome to today's episode. If you've already heard the introduction before, then just skip ahead about 4 minutes. Otherwise, the Bible is referred to as the living Word of God. It isn't a book that is meant simply to be read. It is a perspective-altering substance that is meant to be ingested and absorbed into you. And when it becomes a part of you, it changes you. And that is exactly what it is meant to do. A psalm is a spiritual song based on real-life experiences that reveal a profound foundational insight that is then expressed in the form of music, which is usually played on a harp. This is my own paraphrase of the Psalms. Now, there is an important difference between a paraphrase and a translation, and it is important to understand what that difference is. A translation takes a text word by word, and it finds the most accurate word in another language to convey the meaning of that original word. But sometimes getting the details right can come at the expense of the big picture. For example, the literal translation for a butt dial and the literal translation for a booty call could end up being exactly the same if they were both translated very literally into another language. But we all know that those are two very different ideas. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is attempting to capture the spirit of the idea that is being expressed. But both approaches come with their own disadvantages. Sometimes, the most literal translation for each word, while technically accurate, loses something in its translation. For example, if you were to translate the phrase, "cat got your tongue," into another language, it would make no sense to them. Why would a cat grab your tongue? What are you even talking about? In order to convey the original idea, you would have to find out which saying is used in that other language to express the same concept, but it might not involve a cat, or even any animal at all, and so the literal translation would not be a very accurate one. But in a case like the one that I just described, the idea is more important than sticking to a very literal translation that loses all of its intended meaning. However, because paraphrases are an individual's interpretation of the underlying idea, instead of a rigorous academic translation of the word, they are not as objectively accurate as a translation is. A paraphrase is a lot more subjective, and that makes it much more susceptible to interpretations that are way off the mark of the original text's intent. The focus of a translation is on detailed accuracy, and sometimes the broader picture is not conveyed very clearly as a result. The focus of a paraphrase is on painting that big picture, but it often loses the accuracy of the finer details. Both are useful as long as you understand which is which, and what the disadvantages to each approach are. And that is why I recommend using both an accurate translation, like the New American Standard, and a responsible paraphrase. Psalm 59. A record of the memorable thoughts that David had when Saul sent men to watch his house in order to kill him, in 1 Samuel 19. David then skillfully composed this psalm from his insights, which he set to, "Do not destroy." My divine Creator, rescue me from my enemies. Guard me in a place that is too high for those who make war on me to reach. Protect me from those who willfully choose to do what is wrong, who defy you in order to live in a way that is both low and foul. Defend me from these bloodthirsty men, and save me from the violence that has consumed them. Look at how they have banded together in their shared aggression, where they continually stir up the violence in each other. And now there they are, lying in wait to ambush me so that they can murder me. And they don't even do this because of something that I have done, Most High. For I have committed neither crime nor sin against them. I have not betrayed them or wronged them whenever I have missed the mark. And yet, even without any guilt or crookedness on my part, they still scurry to set up their violent plans, eager to put them into action. But that is because of what is inside of them, not me. Look down on this atrocity and be stirred into taking action. Come to meet me in this evil situation and fight on my side. For you, the Most High Commander of terrifying armies, are the God of Israel. So rise up and deliver consequences to all of these tribal hordes of godless people. Do not show them any mercy and give no quarter at all to any malicious traitors who deliberately prioritize their own evil over your higher good. Pause to silently reflect on that thought. These rabid animals return during the transition of nightfall, snarling like emotional dogs as they circle the city. Notice the savagery that involuntarily escapes from their mouths. Truly, their lips are dangerous swords, but they are reckless. So they do not even try to restrain themselves because they believe no one is actually listening, so we will never face any consequences. But you laugh at them, Most High. You ridicule these godless and tribal coalitions for the obvious joke they are and yet fail to comprehend. But you are my strength, so I will watch expectantly for you and pay attention to what you do. For you are my fortified tower, God. You are my dependable protection. The same God who showers me with unwavering love and unmerited mercy will always show up to meet me. And the divine Creator will let me see the end of the twisted people who are fixated on doing violence to me from their shadows. He will allow me to look down on them in triumph. But do not kill them. Otherwise, my people will eventually forget this. So instead, Most High, our defensive shield, use your power to dismantle them, piece by piece. Then force them to wander around aimlessly after you bring them down. In punishment for the sins that their mouths commit with every word that issues from their lips, let them be cornered by their own elitist pride. Let their own educated arrogance trap them and bring them down in payment for all of the depraved curses and the bold-faced lies that they persistently engage in telling. Bring them to a final end and consume them with a curdling wrath. Destroy them so that other men may know to the ends of the earth that God is the ruler in Jacob, and he rules well. Pause to contemplate that thought a while. And then let them sneak back as night falls, snarling like dogs as they prowl about the city that they are no longer a part of. Let them wander up and down, looking for something to nourish them, anything that they can devour. Let them keep it up all night without ever being satisfied or getting their fill. But this dark fate is not the one I experience. I am filled up with songs of your prowess and your bold strength. Each morning, at the start of a new beginning in the light, I am overwhelmed with joy as I sing out loud of your generous, unwavering love and your unmerited mercy. For you are my defensive stronghold and my place of refuge in the time of my distress when I feel trapped. So I will sing out to you my strength, for the divine Creator is my mighty fortress, and you are the source of the grace that I experience. I pray that whatever voice God might choose to give me in this world, he would also give me the words that I should use it for. These words have meaning for me, and if they had some meaning for you as well, then I am truly grateful that we have both been given a gift from above and from each other. Have a good day out there, my friends.